Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that was my first night in it. Slept like a baby. Let me turn the light on. Oh. Slept like a baby. I was toasty. Mind, I left the diesel heater on. So, it is, it's 18 degrees in there now. It was 20 when I woke up. But I have pulled the curtains off. On the front, I put my thermals outside, but I also put my thermal on the front screen. The side ones won't bloody stick. I got them here, but the rubber suckers are gone, so they won't stay on there. So I didn't put it on there. But even up there, it's still nice and warm. That vent is pointing across here, and I think some of the heat must go underneath the curtain. But I know that we can see outside. Yeah, there's a little wheel next to me. There's loads here. There is a lot. There are lots here. As you can see, it's 8:15. But I was real snug in there. Of all things, I forgot my laptop. I did put a second quilt out to bring with me, but left it on my bed. I left the laptop, I left the mouse. So I'm watching Netflix and YouTube on my phone. Tablet ain't quick enough. It's a real old thing. But that one's okay for using as a sat nav. He works quick enough for the sat nav. But all in all, I've had 2 cups of tea this morning. Oh, reason why I got the camp stove out. I drove all the way from my house, all the way down to Sharpness, and I stopped at dozens and dozens, virtually every garage we went past. I'm out of gas. As you know, when I was building it, I was out of gas, right? And I stopped to try and get another bottle of Calla, and no one, they'd got cages and they were full of empties. No one had got Calla. And literally 500 yards up the road from when I got here, there was a garage, pulled over by mistake. That's a long story. There was a queue of traffic, there was some traffic lights, and I could see I had to turn off right, so I started to overtake them all. And the traffic lights were before that junction, they were 3-way lights, so I pulled straight into the garage. And anyway, they'd got a bottle of gas there, so all hunky-dory. But I've shoved it in the cupboard, but all my regulators are in the box over on this side, and I just have not got round to changing the regulators, because I had shore flow on there before, and I haven't changed the regulators, so I just get that thing out. It's only to boil a kettle this time. But yes, it's working well. This morning I've had a sandwich, and I had to use my pull out, so I can't wait to put I've got the brackets and everything in there, I just haven't got the wood, so I can't wait to put a fold out table on here. I doubt if I'll go very big with it, or very long. It'll most probably come down to the top of the water door, and sort of into the switch a little bit, just enough to be able to butter a sandwich. Put a saucepan, put this crockery there before I wash it up, before I put it there. So yeah, it worked well. Fridge is stocked up a little bit, and I got the lager in the other fridge. More lager. I got my bread and my baked beans in there. Yeah, so I'm well chuffed. Well, I'm in t-shirt. It's real toasty in here. I got my dressing gown just in case, but I'm real toasty. Yeah, a lot of you will say, "I'll turn the bloody heater off and put a coat on." Nah. So, right, this is the experiment time as well. I'm here. It's now Friday, so I'm here Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. I'm not leaving until Monday. I've filled my diesel tank on the diesel heater right up to the brim. And I gotta confess, I turned the diesel heater on at home. So we drove all the way here with the heater on. And it's been on all afternoon yesterday, all night, and I'm going to leave it on all day today. I'm going to leave it on 24/7 and see how far that diesel tank goes down. I think, if I remember rightly, I only used a litre a day. Right, so, you know, that's £2 a day. That ain't bad. So, that's my experiment for this weekend. Yeah, I had that blind up in there, so that's why it's condensated in between the two. Even although it is double glazing, it still condensates. You know, I trapped it in there by putting a blind in there. Right, that's it. I'll let you know. And I don't know whether to get the bike out, because, you know, it's got a lithium battery on it, and it is bloody freezing out there. I think it was -5. -5, and there's me in a t-shirt. Okay. Oh, and the other thing is, I've got the lights on. The phone isn't on charge, the tablet is, and I'm only using 1.9 amps, 2 amps. Look at that, hey? And that's the diesel heater, the lights, and the phone, and the tablet. Yeah, he's not plugged in. So, using 2 amps ain't bad. Let's have a look. It's now 11:10. And the shadow where my van is still frozen. But then when you move out, you can see the frost in people's shadows. Well, there's quite a few here. Let's get out. Oh. There you go. There's quite a few in here. Browns. Yeah. Quite a few faces I don't know, like, but yeah, well. Look at it, I got the yays like bloody Willard. Is it contagious, is it? There's the wheelies. And, as normal, I got my solar panel out on the side door. And I went from 2 amps up to 6 amps. 6.5 amps. So, I'm just about to get my bike out, because I'm going to have a ride about. Well, I've been around the country an awful lot. Ex-truck driver. I've seen them, but I've never been up this close to them. That one's only just moving. But I can go right up to the post of him. There's no fencing. There's no fence or nothing around it. Jet going through the sky up there. But, oh yeah, I've never been this close to one. It's bloody tall. It is tall. Well, I shan't go in there. Yeah, I'm out for a bike ride. Again. Wow. This is the Severn Estuary. And Wales that side. And there's a marina. dead still. Well, we're going to have a boy ride around there. I'm liking it. It's so peaceful, it's all I can hear is a jet and the birds. There's a lifeguard the way it looks. I don't know what it is. I'll go around the other side to have a look at that. But you can see how low the 7 is. It's all the way down there. And this is right on the top. I'll go around the other side and have a look. And hold on. On my bike is of course. Oh wow. What's that? 30 feet? 30-foot difference? There's a lot of pressure behind that wall. I'm gripping this bloody camera so I don't fall in. Oh wow. Yeah. Awesome. Just there to here, and then I'm leaning over the wall. A lot of mud down there. There's a lot of mud. And wildlife this time. Loads of ducks. Oh. Yeah, I don't think that's quite Wales. I don't know. I don't know where Wales starts. Is it Chepstow? I'm not sure. But we're nowhere near Chepstow yet. But wow, look at that lot. And then we got the marina there. Now, I'm going to go... Well, this trail goes all the way, right the way round down to there. So I'll go so far. Depends on how well my battery lasts on my bike. Clear off that water. Dead still. And a couple of swans right there. See if I can shade the sun a bit from it. A couple of cygnets and a swan. Yeah. Yeah, the Cat's Whiskers Starport. Well, I've stopped because I've come to a gate. And I don't know whether I'm stable enough on a bike to be able to stay on the path. There. That's it. As my bike falls in the brook. Yeah. Oh! Wow. That frightened me to death. Private fishing. Sharpness Dock Workers Social Club. Well, that's where we were last night. And we will be again tonight. Right. I'm going to see if I'm brave enough to go along this thing so I ain't carrying a camera. I'll come across these two. And the sign says... I mean, boat people would know what they are. It's the old railway bridge. There's the main turret, and that's just one of the centre ones. Seven railway bridge. New rail link. 21 spans. Oh right. And a swing bridge. Disaster struck in thick fog. But that's what it was like. Wow. And it went right across there. Just about to see where it landed the other side. Yeah. And made a mock up there. Solid as a rock. And the old boy that's just walked down there, I just pulled over because my hands are frozen. And he said... He just come round the corner there now and a bloody kingfisher nearly hit him. He said he hasn't seen a kingfisher. He's local. Not seen a kingfisher on here for years. Yeah. I don't know how deep it is. I don't want to go in and find out, that's for sure. Yeah. I'll just go a little bit further. I come a fair way now. The thing is, like, as I'm riding the bike, my it's alright in the sun, but when I get into the bit shady bits like this, my fingers start to tingle with the cold. Well, I just come down off the edge of the canal, and the sign said, a little arrow, only a little tiny sign, and it said this is the ship graveyard, and there's loads of bloody old wooden boats here. There's one stuck out of there. It looks like a concrete boat. But anyway, I'm going to walk down here and have a look at these boats. So I'm walking here. I'm pushing the bike because my fingers are frozen. So anyway, let me get closer for you. Keep coming across these little signs. I suppose it's because they've rotted away. That was the Mary Ann. Length 70 foot, width 15.8, and of course it's in old money. Yeah, gross tonnage 38 ton. Yeah, and then only feet away from it, FCB 52, which was refloated and recovered. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Barrow Furnace. Wow, that's a long way from here. Screaming at me like that. Yeah. But all these little channels that are in the edge of this bank is where the boats have been scuttled. Is that the word for it? Scuttled. Right. I'm going to leave the bike there and walk in. Britain Ferry. 1911, well, to 1957. 20 foot width then. No limit on the tonnage. Yeah, she's another concrete boat. Yeah, concrete. Oh, that's slippy. Yeah, I can't really get to see it. Plaque's gone off this one. I'm glad it is frozen, because otherwise I'd be knee deep in mud. Can't really see in her to see if she's full of mud, water, or whatever. God, it's great to have my fingers in my pockets, keep my fingers warm. Yeah, she's just full of mud. Well, look at that for a view, and the sun's out. Or is it Saturday now? I don't know what the date is. 9th. Yeah, Saturday the 9th. No, Friday the 9th. Yeah, it's Friday today. Oh, well, it's because I left on a Thursday, and so... right. I'll get back on my bike ride. Because I looked at Google Maps, and because I've come all the way up this canal, there's a pub at the end of it. Oh wow, look out, here they come. Whoa. Yeah, I've bloody rode the bike. I've been at least 8 to 10 mile. Look at it, covered in bloody mud off that canal. That's a 7 estuary. and the edge of this water here is that footpath that I took. Well, if you go on a Google Maps, I'm in Sharpness docks. This is the docks. Yeah, there's the crane people. If you look at it, you can see how far I've been right up, and then I came all the way back by the little country lanes, and I went down into the village itself. I couldn't find a pub, so it'll be, because that's the Dockers Club up there, and that's where we're stopping. You can't see any of the things because there's a big dip. It's an old gravel storage, so that's why it's so firm underfoot. Yeah, I've had a nice day out. Could have done with a pint though, and the club don't open till 6. Yeah, there's another footbridge there. People are walking across. Yeah, didn't know that. Right, I'm gonna put the camera away, wait for my poor little fingers to warm up before I can even bloody have a fag. I can't roll it. I can't feel my fingers. Remind me to bring my gloves next time. The sun is beautiful out there. And I've just got back from having my bike ride. My hands, my poor hands were frozen solid. But I've sat here. I've got YouTube on because I forgot my laptop, so I got it on my phone. And then I slaved over a hot stove and cooked myself something to eat. So, I mean, that took me 10 minutes. And a cup of tea. So, it's now 2 o'clock. And I think it's time for afternoon siesta. Yeah, 1 o'clock. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. So that's 4 hours now. 4 hours before the pub opens. Right, so far, bed is working perfect. And kettle works perfect. The two main things that count. So, there you go. So that works perfect. Got that all plumbed in. I've changed the regulators. Spilled some. That was the first cup of tea. That was yesterday mornings. Yeah, watching YouTube. And I've been charging my phone up by my EcoFlow, my EcoFlow, the poor man's EcoFlow. At night time, I'm sitting him on top of the cooker, making sure the rings are cold. I sit him on top of there, and I can put my phone on top and watch YouTube when I'm in bed. Purely because I forgot my laptop. Because my laptop, I got HDMI lead that runs around and plugs into the telly, so I can leave the laptop down there playing and watch it on the TV in bed. But I forgot my laptop. So this ain't going to get edited until I get home anyway. So, yeah, I mean, it's still pitch dark outside. I mean, it's only 6:30. Yeah, pitch dark out there. And, yeah, when you've got blinds like this, you get condensation behind them. So, there. It doesn't like staying there. But anyway, yeah, I'm well impressed. Because the mattress didn't come, it didn't arrive, I've used the old caravan cushions. So at the moment I've taken the big cushion off the bottom and stuck it at the bottom of my bed. If I lift it up and show you, there, look, I got the cushions underneath there. A mattress topper on the top of it. And my sheet, my quilt. Toasty. One thing I have to do is I'm going to have to make... I'm going to make an insulated one, but I don't... With this heater on, I've left it on all night. I don't really need to. All I want to do is stop the light coming in. The moon's been shining down on my face all night. So, yeah, I want to block that off. That's got to be blocked off at night time, just to get rid of the light. And another one is There's too many LEDs, small LEDs that shine in the night. I got to start turning that thing off because that lights the whole van up. That blue one in there shines right across the van into my face. The one that was on the console behind there, I've stuck a bit of blue tack on it because that did shine in my face. So yeah, again, too many LEDs, little tiny LEDs, you know, just standby LEDs that were shining in my face. Right, that's it. Let's make me a cup of tea.